Today we start the first chapter, plant tissue, class 7th. So before moving on to the main topic, first of all let us recap what you have studied in previous class. So in your previous class 6, you have studied about the cell structure in plant as well as in animal and the cell organelles. So you all know what is cell and what are the function of various cell organelles. So what is cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Cell is the basic unit of life. Living substance of the cell is called protoplasm. Every organism life begins with the single cell, and what we call single cells called zygote. So numerous cells, many cells together to form tissue. Then tissue of similar type group together to form the organs. Organs means the various parts of the body. The organs of similar types with same functions to form organ systems. And there are main 8 organ system in human body, and all the organ systems they work in coordinate with each other and form a complete organisms. Means cells together to form tissues, and tissues together to form organs, and organs together to form organ system, and all organ systems together to form complete organisms. Now we will move to the main topic, tissue. You know tissue, a group of cells similar in structure and perform a specific functions. So meristematic tissue, plant tissues are further divided into 2 types. Meristematic tissue means divide throughout life, and permanent tissue, lost ability to divide further. Meristematic tissue divided into 3 types: apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem. And permanent tissue divided into 2 categories: simple tissue, complex tissue. And simple tissue is also divided into 3 types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. And complex tissue divided into 2 types: xylem and phloem. Now next topic is meristematic tissues. So what is meristematic tissues? Meristematic tissues means divide throughout the life. And meristematic tissue is a group of young cells that have capacity of continuous cells division. So this is the structure of meristematic tissues. So these cells are spherical, oval or polygonal in outline without any intercellular space. Their wall is thin and homogeneous. They have rich protoplasmic content. These cells have a conspicuous nucleus and dense or abundant cytoplasm. They possess few vacuoles or vacuoles are absent. So based on the location of meristematic cells, they are classified into 3 types. 3 types. So next, types of meristematic tissues. So meristematic tissues divided into 3 types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. This is the structure of apical meristems and lateral meristem. So it lies at the apex of the stem, root, etc. and give rise to the primary permanent tissues. They bring about elongation of stem and root. And function is apical meristem brings about elongation of root and stem. Next, lateral meristem. Lateral meristem, these occur on the lateral side of dicot stem and root. It lies among mass of permanent tissues. Such type of growth is called secondary growth. Functions: causes the increase in diameter and girth of the organs. So this is the structure of intercalary meristem. So this is intercalary meristem, its nodes, and this is internodes. So intercalary at the leaf base. Intercalary meristem increase the length of internodes. Function is produce increase in length of the organs. Next is permanent tissue. You know permanent tissue? Permanent tissue are formed of cells that have lost their capacity to divide. So now the permanent tissue can be two types. They can be either simple or complex tissue depending on their structure. So let us first understand the different types of simple permanent tissue. You know simple permanent tissue? So what is simple permanent tissue? Tissue are the permanent tissue made up only one kind of cell. These cells look like each other and also carry out the same function or the similar set of functions, and that is the reason they are called simple permanent tissue. The first kind of simple permanent tissue are parenchyma tissue, and these tissue are made with relatively unspecialized living cell within cell wall. They are the basic packing tissue. If you observe, they are loosely packed. This is the structure of parenchyma tissue. So parenchyma tissues, these tissues are made with relatively unspecialized cell within cell wall. They are the basic packing tissue. If you observe, they are loosely packed. They are loosely packed, so large spaces are found between the cells. So that if we can say intercellular space are large, you know this tissue does different tasks in different plants. Generally, it provides to support to the plants and store food. So some parenchyma tissue contains chlorophyll, so they can prepare food. And this type of parenchyma tissue is also called chlorenchyma. In aquatic plant, large air cavities are present in the parenchyma to give them buoyancy and to help them float. Such type of parenchyma tissue are called parenchyma tissues. Next is collenchyma. So now you must have observed plant can easily bend at various parts such as stem, leaf, etc. So where this flexibility plant is due to another type of simple permanent tissue which is called collenchyma. So collenchyma allow easy bending in various part of the plant without breaking and provide mechanical strength. These tissues can be found in the leaf stalk, that is in the petiole, below the epidermis layer. This epidermis layer is the outermost layer of the cell. So now what is the structure of collenchyma? This is the structure of collenchyma. The collenchyma tissues are living, elongated and irregularly thickened at the corner. There is very little intercellular space. So next simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. Tissue. It is the tissue which makes the plant hard. You must have seen the husk of coconut. It's very hard. It is made up of sclerenchyma tissue only. They are long, narrow, as the wall are thickened due to lignin. This chemical lignin act like cement and harden the cell. Sclerenchyma tissues are present in the stem, around the vascular bundles, in the veins of leaf, and in the hard covering of the seed and nuts. So now you know broadly the permanent tissue in the plants are of two types: simple permanent tissue and complex tissue. So few permanent tissue are made of one type of cell which look like each other, and these are called simple permanent tissues. So whereas complex permanent tissue are made of more than one type of cell. These cells coordinate with each other to perform a common functions. Now there are the permanent tissue which are made of different type of cells together perform a specific task. Hence they are counted under one tissue. These are called complex permanent tissues. Xylem and phloem are the example of complex permanent tissues. We already know xylem carry water and mineral absorbed by the root upward to different parts of the plant, and phloem transport the food produced during photosynthesis from the leaves to the different parts of the plant. So phloem carries both in upward and downward direction. Both of these tissue, that is xylem and phloems, are conducting tissue. This is the structure of xylem: transport of water and mineral in upward direction. And this is the structure of phloem: transport of food both in upward and downward direction.